Welcome back people. In this video, we will see about tuples in Python. Tuples are kind of like lists. We use them to store a sequence of objects. But tuples are immutable, which means we cannot change them once we create them. Now, let's create a tuple. We use parentheses to define a tuple. Here, num is a tuple with the value 1, 2 and 3 within parentheses. If we try and reassign the value 6 to the index 0, we cannot do that. It gives you a syntax error. It says invalid syntax. We get an error because this is a tuple and tuples does not support item assignment. We also cannot append, insert, etc. So, what methods does tuple have? Let's see. We have the count and index method. These are special methods which we will be talking about in later classes, I mean later videos. Now let's focus on count and index. Now, what you have to remember about tuple is that it is ordered, which means it maintains the order of data insertion. It is immutable, that means it cannot be modified. Heterogeneous, which means it can contain multiple data types and it can contain duplicates. Now, let's consider a tuple num which with the values 1, 2, 3, and 4 two times, and tuple allows a duplicate value. Now let's try the count method. Now we passed an argument of 4 to the count method, which means it counts the number of 4 that are present in the tuple num. So let's run the program. You'll see the answer as 2, which means you have two fours in the tuple. Another method that we have for tuple is index. The index method returns the index of the first occurrence of the given element. Let's try the same number but with a different method, that is index method. Let's run it. You'll see the index of the first occurrence of 4 is 3. You may now think, why use tuples that are immutable instead of lists? That is because sometimes when we are creating a real world application, we may need a sequence of objects whose value cannot be changed by some other people or even accidentally by yourself. In that case, we use tuples. Now, let's look at another important concept in Python, that is unpacking. Unpacking in Python refers to an operation that consists of assigning an iterable of values to a tuple or list of variables in a single assignment statement. Let's define a statement called coordinates. It has three values 1, 2, and 3, which corresponds to x, y, and z. Now, let's say you have to add the three values. How do we do that? We can either manually add every single value or we can use the for loop. Either way, the code is bit too long, isn't it? What if you have a tuple with more values and you have to use individual values in multiple places? So, the better approach is to get these values and store them in separate variables. Let's see how we do that, how we can do that. Let's say x is equal to coordinate 0 Y is equal to coordinate of index 1, z is equal to coordinate index 2. Now, this approach is somewhat better if we want to use these value in multiple places. Now, if we want to add all the three coordinates, we can just x plus y plus z. This will do the job. To make it much simpler, we have a powerful feature called unpacking, and with that, we can achieve the same result with far less code. So, how do we do that? This is the shorthand to achieve the same result. Let's clean this up. Now, what you have to remember is this feature is not limited to tuples. We can also use them for lists. So that's all for the video. Thank you for watching. Do like, share, and subscribe.